Just quick warm up.
What? Babe, look at this. Look at this little girl. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Damn it. No.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South
What the
Florida
fuck?
at Hard Rock Stadium here in
Wow.
Miami.
Her
Coming
mama
up, we've
fucked up
got
for
what
letting her
should
do
prove to be a
that.
good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins.
That's some bullshit. If he woke up and whooped her mama ass, it was alright. He ain't gonna never get that back.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Miami. A short kick taken at the 18.
Oh, you think you about to do something with the Dolphins? Is that what you was trying to tell me earlier, cuz? That's what I asked you. Is that what you was trying to do earlier? Is that your version of talking shit? You know that wasn't me that said that. That ain't sound nothing like no man's voice. Why you capping?
Down.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Go, 38. Correct one.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down in inches.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They'll try it now with Mostert, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Still playing with one hand. Okay, you don't hear me now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's see if we can make it quick here.
Inside give to Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
That's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Tua. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Damone Clark. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Steal, check, steal. You tell it.
Back back to the air on second down. Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Scared.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Red, cycle.
Here's Tua. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A run with Mostert up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. It comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
You gonna save me, Saul?
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
On 2nd and 10. Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, Elliott once more.
Damn.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Prescott. Got him in. It's Brown. And some room to run now. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Third long always tilts to the defense, and I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball, and on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him, and somehow he turned a short pass into a first down. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down at the 28. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they stop him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, cross field. Classic, six. Hey.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Game,
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Strike, strike. Black blue. Black ultra. Jackrack, jackrack. Ready?
Looking to pass. Tua. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Ready up.
In motion, Hill.
Six, mega. Yellow blue. Check man.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Tua going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Good game, cuz.
And the Cowboys are in great shape.
Good game, my dude.
Coffee grounds, banana peels, all that stuff can go into a compost bin. And there's multiple ways to compost. Bokashi
Next.
vermicomposting, which is what I do. And I'm just putting my scraps into there. The worms are breaking them down. And you can eventually get to the point where you're taking a scoop of compost, top dressing onto your plant, and your plant's surviving off of that. It's growing off of that. So that's kind of the regenerative gardening side of things, to where you don't spend money on inputs. So that is a way to cut costs. If you mentioned that now.
I'm can't really Illuminati. Said it was kombucha. What was that first? He said I was stoned. It was Bokashi.
Bokashi.
That would be a good one. We should get someone who does that to come on the show, and we should talk about that more. Same with KNF. There's a lot of these different, very unique processes that you see the same results as someone spending thousands of dollars on nutrients. Very, very cost effectively. Yeah, I think it's Bokashi. It was something he said. It was something. But the biggest difference is against sacrificing the quality and cost of the thing. In those situations, when instead of dropping your amount of nutrients or with the synthetic side, switching to the organic side, you can still maintain your quality versus I feel like it's easier to totally pivot versus it is to drop some away. It's hard again on a commercial scale. It's not as easy because of testing. But for a home grower, it's like, should I, let's say the person who's using advanced nutrients or house and garden, should I just drop back to a couple of them, or should I use the entire line? You're going to get the best results from the entire line. So you're better off, in my opinion, to switch organic in that case, because it's like, are you going to sacrifice your quality and overall yield by saving some money, or are you going to save some money and still get that by just switching and pivoting? Now, the initial cost for transition may be a little tougher for some people, but if they go that route you're talking, then that's really a lot simpler. It's just scary for some people to be like, let me just change everything that I've been doing, and we'll try this, and I'll see in 3 to 6 months if it works.
Yeah, I think like a big conversation comes around to whether or not we are really buying things that we actually need in general. You know, it's safe to say that when I first got in, or when we get into this, we start doing our homework and we see, you know, Mr. Grow It or Pigeons 420 and Rob, they're growing one particular way, and we're thinking, I gotta do that. That's the way that they're doing it, and they're succeeding. So I have to do it that way too. And if you were watching me grow, you know, a few years back, it's like, you know, if you tried to emulate that, it would have been tough. It would have been tough because, as I've described my own method, it's really just like bull riding. I hang on for 8 seconds and I hope to God I don't get whipped off. But there comes a time when it's like I feel like we just buy everything, but we don't need most of it. You know, like for myself, for example, it's like I wanted to go big right off the bat. Hadn't even grown anything before, but it's like I needed a 9x9 room. I needed a full line of nutrients. I needed the best grow pots. I needed the best medium, you know, and I didn't know anything. And you know, it turns out that I didn't need any of that. I needed smaller stuff. I needed less nutrients. I needed to do tents, not a big room. So I feel sometimes too our eyes get big. It's like the dessert table, you know, where it's like we want it all, but as soon as we start eating it all, it's like, okay, I was actually kind of full. I didn't need that much. And I think that's really how we attack our growing careers. It's like buy it all, buy it. I want it all, and we're trying to justify it to the wife. Like, oh my God, I saw pigeons buy this thing. It's like this gigantic upside down grow pot. Like it's amazing. I need 3 of them. You know, and it's like,
I don't think we almost have to clarify, and like I need to start doing that myself. Is like I recommend this product if you can afford it and need it, because most of us got these products for free when we're on YouTube or using these. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to be like, I want to have what Pigeons has, or I want to have what Chris has, Rob has, or look at Mr. Canucks has. I want to get the whole thing. It's like a lot of us have been very blessed that we put out the content we do, and people want to promote themselves, so they'll give us some products. You can't always just jump on shiny object syndrome that, no.
You can even dial it back from there. It's like when people go into the grocery store, it's like, there's nutrients that tell you need the bottle with the naked lady on it. You also need the bottle, like you need this meter that reads out things in 4 different languages. packages, and then you need to grab, like, it's a syndrome of just really not understanding what you're getting into, and then it's a matter of pulling back rather than trying to figure out where it went wrong. We spend so much when we don't need so much. You're growing something that could be a seed could be flicked out into the front yard, and the chances of it actually succeeding are quite high. And so overthought process.
Yeah, you can cut back costs, not buying unnecessary equipment that you don't need. A good example of that would be a lot of people don't need the portable air conditioners. They can use a central AC in the house. So I've done that in the past where I had a portable AC. It's so easy to be spending $20, $30 just on energy consumption every single month from running a portable air conditioner. Now with the window AC units, it's going to be a little bit more efficient, but the central AC in your home, at least for me, it's been a lot cheaper to cool. So not buying the unnecessary equipment on that avenue. Also, I know a lot of people want to go towards DWC, but if you're looking at cut costs, maybe you have a DWC system and you want to be cheaper, it can be money, again, energy consumption on the pump, on the chiller. If you're running a chiller, that adds up, a lot of money can be spent running a chiller every single month, just keeping that water temperature under control. So switching grow styles completely from hydroponics, for example, to a soil or a cocoa or something like that could definitely be cheaper when it comes to energy consumption.
Yeah, that's a great point. Switching grow styles. Yeah, that's one that I'm in. Where it's I'm the kind of grower where it's like this is what I've been doing the whole time. Why would I change? But it's my habits that have actually become the most inefficient and most costing. It's what costs me the most. It's just my willingness to not change and to stick to a habit. So that's a really good point. Yeah, changing your growth style altogether might be daunting, but it might be that switch from synthetic to organic. Is that what it is? Is that the conversation? Do you need 21 bottles to grow? That's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm synthetic. You took the answer right out of my head. You do. Do you need all 26 bottles to grow? I personally would say no. I don't believe so at all, because a lot of those bottles have like an overlapping, and that's why it's like you go with another line of bottles, and there's only 6 bottles. It's like, wait a second. Well, what are those other 23 bottles? Oh, I need them because they have dancing ladies on them. Right. Got it.
It's the secret sauce.
It's the secret
Well,
sauce.
this is where the scaling back in that term. What about your plant? So again, legacy market, tighten up. At least here in Michigan, those who are out here trapping and doing their thing, little young Pablos, not the same as it used to be. So in this case, it's like, what do? Do you keep growing that many plants because you don't have the clientele, or do you just grow for yourself? You draw it back, because again, if your month-to-month cost is this, but then your month-to-month, what you get back, your ROI is shit. At that point, well then maybe it's worth just having a couple of big, beautiful plants that you take a lot of care of. They yield you enough to take care of you and yours, and you say, hey, gang, go to the dispo because I'm not matching that price. Because that's really where it boils down to your overall cost. If you were able to offset that cost at one point, and that's where your margins change, because you can offset it. Now that's not such an option in some areas. So it's like, well then maybe you downscale. Maybe you go from that big space like we had down to the tents. Maybe you go from the 3-4 rooms that you thought you're going to grow because you can get rid of more, down to just a few, because it's like, damn, well, the market's not the same. Yeah, I got all this smoke. Yeah, it costs me less, but if I'm not getting rid of it, it costs me all this. You know what I'm saying? It's still, $5,000 versus 500.
Growing one plant is cheaper than growing 2 plants. I don't care how you put it, how you frame it. You can make big single plants, that could fill out a tent, right? And then you're using half the amount of nutrients, right? Yeah, there's so many variables, but man, when it comes to being cost effective, you really got to weigh the options. I think it's important that you talk it out with whoever you're with, whether you got a roommate, brother, sister, husband, wife. Don't do it. Don't husband, wife, whatever swings your direction. The thing is that don't do it in a household where you don't have the consensus of everybody, because let me tell you, one of the worst things to have happen is you get a plant through 9, 10, 12 weeks of cycling, and then your enraged spouse rips them all out of the pots and throws them in the trash because you were growing and they didn't want you to, and it was horrible. Yeah, so what I would suggest is make sure that you weigh these conversations out with the people that you're living with, the people you're going to be growing with. money is available, weigh your budget, what options are available to you. Are you going to have things shipped to you? Because that's another thing you got to ask yourself. Are you able to get it locally, or are you going to have it shipped? Because locally it's probably going to be slightly more expensive. However, there's things that are going around that you're supporting your local communities, so on and so forth. But you gotta weigh these kind of things and see, what fits your style, what fits your style of grow, what are you willing to compromise on, and how do you move forward like that? But being cost effective is a big part of the conversation.
Well, and that's
One more
where
I want to add in.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna